The garden tonight. It's actually kind of warm here in New Jersey, so I've been thinking about spring things, and I hope you want to kind of think ahead for. So, sorry, is my signal weird? Okay. So we are having a sale right now, lovesolaflowers.com, and it is 50% off of regular Sola Flowers, and that's with the code SAVE50. And then you can get 25% off on the Fifth Avenue collection and filler, and we're going to use a bunch of filler tonight. Filler for 25% off, and you don't need to have a code there. So I'll just wait for a little bit just to see if anyone's going to come on live with me, and we're going to build a garden. I did start this little project here so that we don't have to be on here forever and ever and ever, but we're going to wait to see if anyone wants to join us. So. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. As you can see, I've already added some greens here, but I got this at the at-home store, and it actually has hangers on it, so it's actually a wall piece. And I was thinking you could probably like exchange things out of it if you wanted to make it like seasonal. But today we are not. We are going to do a garden. So I'm going to teach you how to make a garden where, you know, all the different flowers and all the different fillers are going to be different heights. And what I did first was I filled this, just the bottom part, because obviously it's a crate, so there was like a line here. I filled it with the spray foam, the Great Stuff spray foam that expands, and I just covered the bottom. I let it expand. It's been done for a few weeks, so it's totally dry. I poked holes to make sure that it had air to expand. Then I put moss down, because again, we have this little hole here, and you can see the back too. Let me show you the back. Hey, Martha. So I put the moss here as well. And then I just started filling with this cheap fake filler because I really want, obviously, the preserved filler to be the star of the show. So if I kind of fill the bottom with the fake, then when we put it in the preserved, you're really going to get to see the preserved coming through. So again, we're going to build a garden. I think it even says flowers and gardens on the front here. And I've got a bunch of colors. So cute. Look, pinks and yellows and blues. So I'm excited about the color scheme too, to make it like a pretty little garden. So I just want to show you how I put this stuff in first. So all I did was cut the wire and stick it down in there. Okay, so I didn't, you know, go every inch. I did leave some gaps because we have other fillers that are obviously going to go in here. And so I left some gaps, but I also did these like all different heights and all random places. You can bend them over the edge a little bit if you want it to hang over the edge. Basically I filled in most of my space, okay? So what we're gonna do now is finish the like main greens, because if you're arranging a wild kind of flower like setting thing here, you're gonna wanna do the greens first. It just makes it easier because all you're gonna do then is plop your flowers down in there. So the first green I'm going to use is our Caspia. Okay, so this is the green Caspia. And I'm going to break some of these pieces off. Okay, and I'm going to have a lot of colors in here. So I'm never afraid to use color. If you don't have all the different colors of everything, you should try it out. I want different heights, okay? So while I'm breaking this, I'm also going to break different heights here. I want to get good chunky pieces. Okay, because in the garden, if you think about like a wildflower garden, everything isn't one height. It's all different heights, okay? Now I'm going to have to turn this to me while I stick it in, and then I can turn it back to you. But I'm just going to stick it right into my foam. You can kind of see through the window. And I'm going to, again, all different heights. And I'm really just filling in different gaps. I'm just making sure I'm balanced. I'm making sure I don't do big chunks of greenery in one spot. And I'm just gonna make sure. Now I do want in this back row some really tall pieces. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna turn it like I said in a second, but I want some tall pieces in the back as well. And I don't do it like symmetrical or anything. I kind of just do them random because again, in a garden, it's not so planned in heights and everything. Hey, Anne-Marie. I know, I love a garden theme. I love a spring theme too, so just been thinking about spring. Hey, Ashley. We actually, like I said, had some warm weather here in New Jersey. I know it's still frigid in other areas, but in my area, it's pretty warm right now. So, hey, Deanna. So I'm just gonna fill in this green Caspia in a couple different places. I'm gonna add one more piece, and then I will flip it so that you can see it. I wish I could work backwards, but I'm not really that great at doing that and making it look good. So let me just get this last piece in. Okay, so I added my next filler. Again, if you watch my tutorials, you know that I usually do one filler at a time because I like to make sure that each filler is balanced. And this also, I mean, if you're going to not hang it and you're going to be able to see the back somehow, you might want to make sure that some things peek through, but it has hangers on it, so I'm going to assume that we're hanging it on a wall, so it really doesn't matter for me. But if you are going to see it in the back, if you're making a garden maybe with a box that's not hangable or something like that, then make sure your back looks good too. But for me, this was good enough. Now, the next one I'm going to use is the Teardrop Eucalyptus. And again, our fillers and our Fifth Avenue are 25% off right now. Okay, I'm going to break off these tops. Obviously, this package has been used. So this is not how your package comes. This is not a full package. That would be sad. Yeah, you don't need a code for the 25% off on fillers. And the Fifth Avenue, you just need a code for the regular 50% off Sola, which is Save 50. So same kind of, oh, this little guy just broke them. The same kind of concept. I'm going to do some tall and some short. And I'm going to do kind of, again, just kind of random. Not any really specific direction, but I definitely want some height in my back, okay? This is kind of a long piece. I wonder if I can kind of make it go up the edge here. All right. And again, it's not like you need a ton of skill to figure out where things go. You kind of just, in this kind of a theme where it's like wildflower, you just kind of throw it on in there, okay? So that was the Teardrop, the Spiral Eucalyptus, and that was a frosted one. So those are nice too, that frosted look on there. The next I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do the Econopes. Now be careful with these because they can be a little thorny sometimes. I'm gonna put that right there while I open this package because I'm gonna be very careful. So when you get your Econopes, I wouldn't break it off with your hand. I would cut it with a clipper. Okay, because again, they can be a little thorny, but they're so beautiful. The blue is just like so vibrant. Love these. Again, these are part of our 25% off of filler that we have right now, and those are already discounted, okay? So the price that you see, is the price that they are. If you have a wholesale account, obviously it's better to do your wholesale so you can stay logged in your wholesale and you'll just have your wholesale prices. But if not, and especially if you're a bride who needs to stock up on all her different fillers, you got 25% off, okay? And it's going at least till tomorrow. And then usually the ending depends on the volume of sales that we do. So let me add these Econopes now. And again, be very careful that you're not touching the thorny parts. But I thought this would be cute for a garden, these little guys, because they look like their own little flowers, as is. So I'm going to tuck these in. You can't see them. I am going to show you as soon as I tuck them in. Okay, so I'm just sticking it down into my foam. I stick them in far enough that I don't need to glue them or anything like that. The spray foam is pretty strong in holding those stems in there, so. Okay, and the code for the 50% off for regular Sola is Save 50. And you can grab your Fifth Avenue now too, which is 25%, just like that. Look, you guys we don't even need Sola flowers, but I've got a lot of pretty colors. So I'm excited. Look how pretty that is already looking. Isn't that pretty? With those Econopes, see how bright they are? They're so beautiful in real life. I don't know if you can get, let me see. Look how beautiful. They're so pretty. If you don't have them yet, go buy them. Okay, now I'm gonna have some star flower fillers. And this is green, okay, because I wanted some pops of the brighter green in this. And I just do these little bundles, okay? And I'm gonna basically glue the bottom and pop them in a couple different places, okay? So I gotta turn it to me, and then I'll turn it back to you. And I want these ones to stay kind of low, to be more like a grass, kind of. Like a bottom filler, as opposed to like the flowers that are gonna come up, okay? So I'm gonna use this more like a base filler. All right, and again, I'm just, not necessarily any rhyme or reason, I'm just gonna continue to keep filling gaps. So I put glue on the bottom of my little bundle, and then I just pop it right in there. And I'm gonna turn it to you in 1 second. We're already coming along here though. We are quickly, these are like the easiest arrangements to do super fast. These kind of wild, plop them in a box kind of thing. And because you don't have to be so accurate on anything, you just kind of keep filling, okay? So see how that little green kind of filled in like little mossy spots or something like that? Again, I want the garden kind of a look. So I kept those nice and low because I wanted that to look more like a green filler on the inside, where now my other star flower fillers are gonna come up nice and high as if they were tiny little flowers, which they are in real life, but I mean as if they were the same as the Solas. So let me go to blue. So look at this blue. I know, Trina, isn't this so cute? And I love the spring colors because you can like put any color together and it works, you know? So I'm gonna make some bundles of this bright blue, and some of them are gonna be a little taller because I want them to be, you know, towards the back too. So I'm gonna make my little bundle. I'm gonna glue the bottom. Nope, I need another glue stick. I'm gonna glue the bottom, and then I'm gonna, remember, I'm just kind of filling in the spots and the gaps, and the glue will just stick right in there. Okay, so look at how I'm going a little higher. Okay, so the green I kept low, but this blue I'm gonna make a little longer so that it kind of sticks up in the back, like a back row. Okay, because in the garden, you know, you have some flowers that are really tall growers, and then some of them are kind of small growers. So we want to just mimic the look of a real garden. This would be cute too if you have like a little girl's room and you want to make it like a fairy garden. You can put a fairy in there. You can get those fake butterflies and put butterflies in here. It's a cute look because, again, you're able to just make it look very organic and outsidey. I just made that word up, but you know what I mean. Outdoorsy, organic. Okay, so I'm gonna put one more stack of blue because this really pops because I don't really have this bright blue in flowers. I saved it for the star flower and the echinopsis. Now, if you are wanting this blue pop, this blue star flower with the echinopsis together, like in one arrangement, it just pops so pretty together. So let me turn that to you. Hey, Jill. Thanks, Pam. Yes. So you can make it anything you want. You can have like a little butterfly hanging on there. Some people like the little birds. But yeah, I just wanted to make it very, very garden feeling. Okay, I'm gonna do the coral colored, it's orange, it's just called orange, but the orange star flower. And again, I'm gonna break off a chunk, okay? I'm gonna turn it to me and then I will turn it back again. And again, I've got a bunch of colored flowers, so all these colors are gonna be so cute together. It will all blend once I get my flowers in there. And again, I just keep it as a chunk together, and when I glue it, it'll separate. So, and if you don't have star flowers, like, you need to grab it. Thanks, Norma. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, so if you don't have star flowers, they're the best for these kind of spring looks because they definitely have like a wildflower feel. So if you don't have them and you don't have a wholesale account, now's the time to grab them while they're on sale. And again, I'm just kind of separating in different places. I'm gonna put one in the middle, and then we're gonna move to our last, and then we're gonna add our flowers. So I do all of these wild boxes. I do the boxes the same way. I mean, this is a box, but it's flat in the back. But I do my boxes all where I do my filler first. It makes it very easy because you're not having to worry about gaps and things like that because you've already filled it all up. So let me put my glue on this last piece. I'm gonna spin it around for you to see how I kind of separated it. Again, I'm not trying to be super symmetrical or anything like that. I want to be a little bit more haphazard about it because that's how a real garden would grow. So let me show you. Look at those colors together. Thanks, Sarah. Look at those blues and that orange. The blues in the background are going to make everything pop. If you don't have Econopes and if you don't have the blue star flowers, you need blue in your life. Blue makes, hey Carla, blue makes everything woo, like that. Okay, and don't be afraid to mix all the colors when it's spring because like now's the time to do it. Because when you look in a garden, you usually have most colors represented. All right, I'm doing my pink now. I'm just gonna do a couple pink because I've got pink flowers, so I don't wanna go crazy with my pink. Again, I'm just breaking off clumps. Thanks. I know you could probably do this just with filler, but I have some really pretty colored Sola that I have here ready for me. So let me see where I'm gonna need to put this in the front. I'm just gluing the bottoms. Again, I make little bundles of the star flower. I just break it right off in the bundle, and then I shoot it with glue and pop it in there. Okay, I'm only gonna do a couple pink, again, because I do have a bunch of pink flowers, so I don't wanna go crazy with my pink. I think we needed that blue in the background because that just makes everything pop. Do you see how that blue makes that orange pop? It's crazy, right? Blue and orange is a really nice color combination if you're wanting bright and then adding some yellow into that too. That always makes for a very powerful pop. I know. Well, and again, if you have a little girl's room, you can make this like a fairy garden kind of a look. So there's lots of things you can do with this. Trina, you're an all-boy house, so you'd have to do it for yourself. Okay, so I think that's all the pink I want to do. Let me turn it to you. So see how those blues make all of the colors pop? Okay, see that? Okay, so that was just Caspia, Starflower Filler, Econopes, and Spiral Eucalyptus. I think that was it, right? And those are all 25% off. No code necessary right now. So now let me try to build it on the side so you can see it. Okay, so I've got my guys stemmed, and now I'm just gonna fill my flowers. Now I don't wanna have pink next to pink. So all I'm gonna do is try to make sure that my colors of flowers that I'm adding, like I didn't wanna put pink on pink. So let me put like a pink over here by the blue. And again, these will just go down into the foam that I already have there. Again, if you're just joining us, I used a spray foam in there so that we didn't have to cut blocks of it and then hope that it sticks. Yes. You can have such a little imaginations. I mean, these are great for like Mother's Day, especially if you bring your mom flowers, like to have a little garden. A lot of mothers, you know, like the butterfly look and everything too. You can add a butterfly for that. So I'm just trying to spread my colors around. I don't want to go crazy filling out so many flowers that we cover up stuff, but I do want to add all these pretty colors. So let me see. So I'm trying again to keep, let me show you, I'm going to turn it real fast. I'm trying to keep the colors I have, like see how this is a pink? I put it by the blue, okay? Because I want all of my colors to pop. I didn't make all of my wires so long, so needed to think about that ahead of time. Okay, let's see. Ready? See that? Great, let me just turn this real fast to myself for a few more. And then if you want to like hang some over the edge, because I do like to do that too, where they're kind of a little bit over the edge. Yeah, so nice for Mother's Day because, you know, a lot of people bring flowers to their mothers for Mother's Day, but, you know, these don't die and you can customize them. So, let me just get this last. I'm going to put these a little bit over the edge. And I don't want to like cover all my fillers, so I want to like try to, thanks Debbie, I want to try to like make sure that I'm pulling, you know, my greens through. Because I don't want to like cover up all of that work I just did, like all the way. So, okay. So let me just make sure that I got enough stuff pulled out. Because I can go back in there. So let's, for instance, let's just say I'm going to go back with a little bit of cassia. Okay, just to pull some green through some of that. Thanks, Tina. It's so easy, guys. Arranging this way where you do the greenery first makes life so much easier because you're not having to worry where you put like your flowers and stuff. So I'm just going to put a couple little green coming out. We can still see all of our star flower fillers there. So those aren't covered. Our Eco Notes are all visible. Yeah, Amory, I love colors. I mean, like, I am such a color person. So, yes, this is springy. Let me turn the light down a little bit to see the colors a little bit better. You can see my face good with the lighting, but let's get the colors a little bit. Let's just turn it down a little bit. So you can see the colors a little bit better. Okay, and these are all regular Sola flowers. So these would be all 50% off. So it would be save 50 is the code. The sale is going at least till tomorrow. And then the fillers were 25% off along with Fifth Avenue. And that's no code necessary at all for that. Sometimes I can't help myself and I keep going. Sorry, I do need to stop at some point and say let it go. So I think I'm done, at least for now. I might pick at it and add more stuff as I go. But you can see all the Eco Notes, how they pop with that blue against all of those colors. All of the star flowers are such nice bright colors too for the spring. So if you don't have star flower filler, that's a good one to do it. I don't know what I do. Will I sell this box? Yeah, I mean, I'll probably sell this, or, you know, sometimes I just keep them for samples. I get pictures taken, that kind of thing. So I hope this was helpful though in like teaching you how to arrange a wildflower box, because again, some people try to do the flowers first, and then sometimes that makes it a little difficult because you can't get all that shapes. You'd be very flat if you try to do the flowers first. So if you kind of just go boop, boop, boop and just fill in every gap with greens, then it's very easy to arrange the flower part because you just literally, excuse me, stick them in. So I hope this was helpful in teaching you how to do a very fast way to make a box, as well as make it very gardeny. And of course, this one is super springy. So yeah, that's it. Again, sale is at least till tomorrow. And that is the Save 50 for the regular Sola, 25% off for Fifth Avenue and fillers, and that's no code necessary. So that would be so cute, Jill. Crates are good for this kind of look, you know, the old wood cratey kind of look. So yeah, and again, you can add things like butterflies and fairies and all that fun stuff. Maybe little ladybugs or things like that, just to go for the garden look. Again, these are great for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a very big floral purchasing holiday. So if you sell at farmers markets and stuff, like call them Mother's Day gifts, because that'll like remind people that they buy stuff for their mother. And usually it's flowers. So if you say, hey, look, this is great for Mother's Day. So yeah. All right. We good? Alrighty, guys. So I hope you guys stock up on these spring colored fillers, and I hope we see lots of pictures of everybody doing their own little gardens in their own way. So, all right, have a good night, everyone.